Hello, welcome to the vlog. Yesterday I went to the post office because somebody bought something from Depop, and then I went to the bank because I had to deposit money, and then we went to get some food, and then we came home and I did homework from like 2 p.m. to literally 11:30 last night so that I could have today to do whatever I wanted. And apparently whatever I want is laundry and dishes, but yeah, so I thought I would bring you along with me. Yesterday, I started the vlog yesterday, but I didn't speak any. And then by the time I got home, I was like, I have so much to do. I need to just lock in and do it or else it's not going to get done. And lately, I have been spending both of my days off just doing schoolwork, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I need to start actually spending time in my work week doing school, but I'm so burnt out. I cannot wait to be done. I cannot wait to be graduated and hopefully find a job in my field. But at this point, I don't even care if I find a job in my field. I'm just ready to not be working and doing schoolwork 24/7. I feel like any semblance of like personal life gone. So I'm going to try to work on that a little bit because I know that I need like a better work-life balance. It's just hard to find. But anyway, I'm folding towels, as you can see. And then I have more laundry right here that I need to put away. And then I'm going to clean the kitchen. And then after that, I'm thinking about maybe doing something crafty. Or I also bought a video game a couple of days ago called Alba. It's really fun. You like play as this like 12-year-old girl who goes to visit your grandparents who live on an island that has a nature reserve, and like for a week, you're only there for a week, so I think it's going to be a short game. But while you're there, you find out that the nature reserve has like basically become dilapidated and nobody's taking care of it, and the city plans to get rid of it and open like a huge hotel. So my goal is to stop that from happening, essentially. I'm on day 3 already, but you have to like take pictures of animals, identify them with your phone, and then you have to fix all of the like information boards that tell you what kind of animal is what, or like where you can find a certain animal in the city. And then also there's trash everywhere that you pick up, and you're also for some reason folding people's towels that are hanging on a line. But everybody knows you in the city, and you're also already in the newspaper because on the first day you save a dolphin. So everybody's like, hey, you're that girl from the newspaper. Anyway, that's a lot of fun. The reviews are saying it's like a 4 to 5 hour game. If I can get that much out of it, that's enough for me. So I'm gonna finish this up and then I'm going to wash the dishes. I've been trying to wash the dishes every night when my husband cooks because my husband does most of the cooking. So he will be cooking and I'll be washing the dishes beside him, kind of a clean as you go, but he's the one going and I'm the one cleaning. And it works, but I have not done that in the last couple of days because I've been so into my schoolwork, which by the way, I just did a chapter of work and I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm really nervous about the test because I feel like I just winged it the whole time and that's not helping me learn a single thing. But I'm just tired. I can't wait to be finished, and it's gonna be sooner than I realize, but right now it just sucks. Hello, I'm trying to find a place to put this microphone right here. Inventory at my work was this week, so my whole life is flipped upside down because it has to be for me to be available at work. But I'm off today. My husband is not home. Usually we have our days off together. I woke up like 3 hours ago. No, 2 hours ago. But I've just been kind of hanging out by myself, and right now I am meal planning for the week, so I thought maybe I could walk you through my process. Not that it's professional or groundbreaking or whatever. We like to eat something different every night. I have a friend who meal preps for the entire week and eats everything for the entire week. And maybe if I lived by myself, perhaps I would do that a little more often. We really like cooking. We like experimenting with new recipes. Anyway, it's just me and my husband, so a pound of protein will last us for 2 meals. So I try to plan around that. For example, if we're having burgers, we'll only use half a pound of meat. So then we'll make like pasta or chili or something with the other half. So I try to plan accordingly so that we're not having any like food waste, because we've gotten better at it, but it's likely that we will not eat the leftovers. So it's just easier and more cost effective for us to have different meals instead of leftovers. But I will eat leftovers for my lunch. I'll bring leftovers to work and heat them up and eat them for lunch. I'm also like a pen to paper girl. That really helps me out. Unless I'm at work, I'll go to my like notes app and whip up a quick list or whatever. Pen to paper at home at my desk really helps me like really plan everything out. This week I have Mexican casserole, esquite chicken bowl, lemon, couscous, shrimp and broccoli, pork loin, sweet potato, green beans. I'm trying to read backwards. Pulled pork sandwiches, slaw, and fries. Then what I do after I figured out what I want to eat is break it down into like meal, write down each ingredient that I'll need. This Mexican casserole, what's it called? Amy's Kitchen is the brand. They make like freezer meals that are vegetarian and all organic, and they're so good. But let's see how much one single meal costs these days. I used to eat them all the time because they were like 6 points on Weight Watchers when I was doing Weight Watchers, and they were filling and they're really good. So if you've never had one and you can afford, let's see, $5.48 for one frozen meal, they're really good. The Mexican casserole is my favorite. They also make like frozen burritos that are $3.73 a piece. Those are good. And then people really love, I don't know, they must not sell it near me because it's not coming up, but the chili relleno, I don't know if I'm saying that right. People are like blown away by that. I've never had it though. So I'm just gonna dissect the ingredients on their website and see if I can make something similar. I'm sure I can, because I'm thinking it's just like beans, corn, like chopped tomatoes. I'm gonna add ground beef. There's no beef in this one. Chili, peppers, spices, things like that. I'm going to try to make that, and then what we don't eat of that. I work 3 more days this week. That will be my lunch for those 3 days. And then the esquite chicken bowl. Esquites is street corn off the cob, essentially. I really like street corn. I often joke and say that corn is my favorite food, which honestly it might be. So 3 things that I could eat all the time without any complaints: popcorn, corn on the cob, and whipped cream. It's like my top 3 favorite foods. In like a grander scale, I think sushi is probably my favorite food. Anyway, don't know why I'm talking about that. And then this lemony couscous, shrimp and broccoli is just something we make all the time. It's, if you get the pearl couscous from the store that comes in like the square tub, I just follow the directions on the back of that, but instead of water I use chicken broth. And then I add lemon zest, spices, things like that. And then for the shrimp, that's also just simple like garlic and herb seasoning, saute it up. And then broccoli, I know this is lame and boring. I just love plain boiled broccoli with a shit ton of salt. And the pork loin, sweet potato, green bean, I just really wanted sweet potato and I didn't know what to go with that. And I at first was just gonna do like a barbecue pulled pork bowl, but I know my husband and I know that he would rather have it on a bun, and I don't want to buy buns for him to only eat buns. So pork loin roasted in the oven, sweet potatoes, green beans. And then the next meal will be the other half of the pork loin. I hope this is interesting. I feel like I would never make like recipe videos, but if anybody would ever like just what I eat this week videos, I think I would enjoy making those, because we eat like a variety of food all the time. My husband isn't picky, I'm not picky, and we like to try new recipes. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know. Anyway, pulled pork sandwiches. We'll make the pulled pork in the Instant Pot, and then we'll make a slaw and have some fries, and that will just be an easy meal. Anyway, After I've decided what I eat, I break it down by meal and write down all of the ingredients. And then if I'm shopping in the store, I'll categorize the ingredients by, not by aisle, but like by produce, meat, dairy, and then shelf stable, so that I'm not circling the store 100 times, even though usually I still probably do. I'm hoping, it's 11 a.m. right now, but I'm hoping I can get this order in so that I can get it delivered before dinner time. That might be wishful thinking, but I don't want to go to the store and I don't want to ask my husband to like pick things up, so I'm gonna do that. Hello, we're at my table, my dining room table, where we never eat, but I occasionally do crafts. I'm growing out my bangs. I'm resisting every urge to cut them. I really want to cut them, and I don't even really know why I'm growing out my bangs, because I don't want to be able to see my forehead. Anyway, I digress. I am here with my whole stack of felt collection. I initially bought this felt in like November or October to make a garland, a Christmas candy garland. I'll post a photo. And then you might know that one of my close friends died, so I didn't do anything at all for Christmas because I was sad. And now I have all this felt, and I still will make that garland, just closer to Christmas time. With this, I want to make a pennant. I'm not sure yet what I want it to say, but I've been thinking about making this for a hot minute. I'll put some inspo photos up. There is a brand called Oxford Pennants. So I've been seeing their stuff. It comes up on my Facebook ads all the time. They do a lot of like Fall Out Boy references on theirs, and they also have recently come out with like a John Prine collection. My husband loves John Prine, so he did order some stuff from them. There's something I want to make him. I'll put a picture. I'm probably gonna do it for maybe Christmas. It's a bigger project than the tiny pennant flags that they have. But he ordered a bunch of pins from them. He bought me this magnet. I want to make something smaller. Yeah, and I'm just winging it. I don't have a tutorial, but I think it's going to be pretty easy because it's just a triangle, and then you cut out your letters, glue it on. I do have some fabric glue that I need to find, and I'm not going to do any sewing. I do plan on sewing the banner that I'm going to make eventually, but this time I think we're just going to use fabric glue for color combination. I was thinking maybe this pink and brown, it really looks good together. But the pink is so much thinner than the brown. You can see right through it, so maybe not. And then I have this red and yellow, which always goes good together. I think I'm gonna probably end up doing this. And that's the color of this magnet. So it kind of goes good. But I have a whole stack, and I have plenty of color combinations. I could do more of these in the future if I end up liking to do this. My friend gifted me a bunch of sewing stuff because I don't know, her love language is definitely gift giving, and she'll never take no for an answer. I actually made her a little keychain already, and I asked her to pick out some fabric so that I could make her a little bag, and she picked this out. I would get this zipper as well. To make something, I need a lining fabric, and I'll do that eventually. I got these little scissors and my rotary cutter, and I need to find the fabric glue when it is time for that. But for now, I'm going to cut the shape and then figure out what I want to say on it. I think I might put blow up your TV on it because it's a short enough sentence so I won't get too overwhelmed. I think I can just fold this in half and then cut corner to corner, and it makes a nice sharp line, a nice sharp point. All right. And then my idea is to cut like 1/2 inch off the back. And then I'm going to use this little piece to be the little ties. So here's this. And then I want to get this yellow. Is everybody having a great time? I'm just trying to decide if I should layer. Okay, so I have 2 things of yellow, but I don't want to waste. I want this to kind of be stiff enough to stand on its own. Not stand, but you know what I'm saying. I'm going to make the same shape with this guy. All right, and then I have this and some of that. Okay, that looks great. I'm gonna shorten this by just a little bit. Maybe, should I? I don't know. Let me go find my glue. Okay, I found it. This has already been opened. My husband bought this for his Ren Fair costume, and I don't think we ended up using it, but it's this Aleene's Quick Dry Fabric Fusion, and it says, ideal for cotton, denim, canvas, felt, leather, polyblends, lace, upholstery, basically everything. Quick drying fabric adhesive dries up to 10 times faster than the original formula. Directions. Should I read directions? Test before use. No. Use in well ventilated area. Pretty ventilated in here. Pre-wash garment. No. Apply an even coat of glue to fabric or embellishments. Press onto garment, let dry. Okay. I'll be applying a thin layer. And so far it is not leaking through the fabric, which is what I was worried about. Oh, it is leaking out of the container though. It's time for me to renew my driver's license, which makes me feel so old. I'm worried that I'll have to go in person because I wear glasses and they're always like, you need to do an eye test before you blah, blah, blah. So I lied on the online renewal forms and said, I don't wear glasses. I got my driver's license when I turned 20, and then I did not wear glasses 24/7. I actually got my driver's license right before I moved to Montana because I was like, I'm about to move to a different city. I'm not gonna know anybody there, and I didn't have a car. I actually took a train all the way from Georgia to Montana. It was like a 3-day trip, and I would do it again. I was so lonely though. I went by myself. My husband was my boyfriend then, but he did not come with me. And I was so shy in my 20s. It was really hard for me to make friends. I did make a few friends though, and I'm still friends with them on Facebook. We don't talk like every day. I think about them every day. Where was I going? Oh, I got my driver's license when I was 20. I'm about to turn 33 on March 29th. And the fact that I need to renew my driver's license is crazy. Anyway, I had to take like pictures of the front and back of my driver's license. And then they also wanted to do like a video verification thing. Basically, it just framed my face. Like I held up my phone, it framed my face, and it was like, we're gonna send it off to verification. Anyway, I have this. I glued my little pieces on. What it looks like. I'm gonna put it back down very gently because I want the glue to dry. And now I'm gonna get a piece of paper. I'm gonna trace the shape of the flag, and then I'm gonna kind of mock up what I want on there, and then cut it out, and then trace it onto more fabric, cut that out, and then glue my letters on. I think I've settled on blow up your TV just because the words are short and I can make them kind of big so they're not difficult to cut out. This is why I want a Cricut, because I really want to just throw that shit into a program and make the machine do the work for me. I have this so far. I am not loving it, but it's not gonna be perfect and I need to know that. I'm gonna cut these shapes out and then I'm going to trace onto my yellow fabric backwards so that the pen lines don't come through on the front, and then I'm going to glue my pieces. It'll be no time at all for you. Okay, instead of tracing, I pinned them to the fabric. I'm hoping that will be all right. I think it'll be okay. And I'm gonna cut around these and then I'm gonna glue it on. Also, I did get my groceries ordered in time for our delivery and they say they will be here in about 13 minutes. Let's keep going. These are not glued on yet and I need to rearrange them a little bit, but here's what I have. Blow up your TV. I need to arrange them a little bit better and then I can glue them on. Okay, cute. I'm actually so happy with that. Okay, here's what it looks like. And I'm gonna glue this and I'll be back. I did it. It's done. I'm very proud, very pleased. I like the color combo. This glue also, it dries really fast. Crafting complete. Now, my husband gets home in about 10 minutes and I can show him that I made him this. If I was super talented, I would cut out a little TV and put it right here. But I am not. I do not have that kind of artistic ability. My groceries are here. No salt added black beans, some original taco seasoning, 2 cans of red enchilada sauce. I've never tried this kind. I usually get the old El Paso or whatever. These were $1 each, so I said, why not? Canned corn this is for the casserole. I got frozen corn for the esquite bowl because it just roasts better, in my opinion. Also, for more frozen stuff, I got these extra crispy fast food fries. These are my favorite fries. Frozen green beans. I steam those in the microwave first, and then I saute them in some like butter and garlic and Parmesan cheese usually. Raw shrimp. Queso fresco. This is for the esquite bowls and probably to crumble on the casserole. I don't know if this is the same thing as cotija, but this is the only kind of crumbling Mexican cheese that my grocery store sells. A block of Colby cheese. We shred our own cheese here because it's cheaper and tastier and meltier that way. Light sour cream. And then I also got some light Greek vanilla yogurt. I got this because I have so many bags of frozen fruit in my freezer. I need to start making smoothies. So I got this. I have also protein powder for yogurt. These are my favorite yogurts. They only have 3 flavors. They have this brownie sundae one and a strawberry cheesecake one. The third flavor I think is seasonal and it's apple pie. I don't like it because I don't love the texture of cooked apples. tri-color coleslaw mix. We probably won't use this whole bag for the slaw. If we have any left over, we'll probably just saute it. Some lean ground beef. This is the smallest 2-pack of tenderloin I've ever seen. It is so small. It's, for reference, it's usually like double in height. Anyway, one of these will be just pork loin roasted in the oven. The other will be pulled pork sandwiches. Then I also re-upped on some spices. I got onion powder, cumin, and garlic powder. Hamburger buns. This is for sandwiches, obviously. We'll probably only use 2 or 3 of them, and then I'll stick the rest in the freezer. Pearl couscous. This is so good. It's just pasta, but it's tiny. I got a 4-pack of the Peach Edition sugar-free Red Bull. I cannot find this in the single can anywhere. 3-pound bag of onions, because we have onions in every dish. Garlic and 2 sweet potatoes. These things are huge. Then I got 2 limes, 1 lemon, 2 bell peppers, the tiniest broccoli, green onions, and then lastly, cilantro. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you pretty soon. If you liked this video, give it a like, and if you want to see more from me, subscribe. I make lifestyle videos, so basically if I'm interested in it, I'm making a video about it. I'm in college right now, so my upload schedule has been pretty inconsistent, but I'm going to try to put out a video every other week at this point, and I will see you next time to talk about my spending in March. Okay, bye.